Greetings and salutations, fellow fresh Spanish people. How does it feel to be residents now, officially, of the Iberian Peninsula? Are you happy? Are you pleased with yourselves? I don't know if I would be. I mean, Spain? Really? Would you stop in Spain? Personally, I'd continue onwards. France, maybe England. I'd consider Germany, but it's Germany. I don't know if I'd like to stop in Germany either. I say keep going. Scandinavia is right there for the taking. Ready, open, and eager for you. Much like the LumLum, who is currently massively overweight and therefore delayed, as she tries to press her voluminous self through the doggy door that was so, there it is, carefully carved out
Hello.
for her.
Hi.
Hello.
we decided to bully you because we noticed you're alone, and we thought that there's
But
like,
I'm not. LumLum is right there. She was just too fucking fat to fit.
Hey,
We-
I just
we-
got home from the store. Shut up.
Like I
I
said,
really
too
wish-
fat to fit.
look
Shut
at
up.
the stream. You were alone. Don't try to bring Lava. She just joined.
Yeah, they'll be all joined at the exact same time. V and I were chatting, and he was like, "Oh, he's alone." I'm like, "Sure, let's go."
Yeah, like I
Guys.
want to feel like I did some acts of charity here. Like you're not going to take this away from me.
I was
Or, you
explaining
know
to
what?
Chan
Friendship.
that LumLum was too fat to
Hey,
fit through the fucking door, and so it took her a while to get there.
Oh, shut up. Take the charity from V. I think we'll get the next V charity in about 12 years.
Oh, yes, because charity from a Romanian could not possibly come at excessive personal cost.
Listen, if you get charity from a person that doesn't have much, it's actually more important than if you get charity from someone like Elon Musk.
That's true,
Yes.
but I'm not entirely sure if the charity comes without strings attached, like luring me away to steal my valuables.
Yeah, he's gonna jip you.
I think
Why-
the strings
why are all the
attached is
women
that
against me
Mal
now?
joined.
Well, that's because it's fun to bully you too.
It's sad.
In fact,
Oh yeah, Mal. Did you
Uh-huh.
see the new poster for Robert Eggers' werewolf?
No, I don't care about the
f-
werewolves.
Oh, I know you do. It's okay. I'll send it to you.
Oh, thank you for this charity. Now we're just passing charity around all around.
Yes.
So what are we talking about, Tash? Are we talking about the Moroccans?
Thank you, my love.
well, I was just pointing out that they're Spanish now, but now that you've showed up, we can actually talk about a legendary act of gypsyism that just happened.
Oh,
Please, go on.
So, Bitcoin. A lot of people were storing their Bitcoins on a place called Cold Card, which was recently hacked, which saw 1,367 Bitcoins be stolen.
Jesus.
Okay.
Let's see here. What's the current value of Bitcoin right now?
At least tree fitty.
At least 350. That
Also,
is
share-
correct, Lemon.
Also, share your screen, you Swede.
Don't know if I want to. $62,503 times 1,367. That is $85 million that has been stolen.
Insane.
I mean that's one of the downsides of using Bitcoin, right? Like if the money gets stolen, it's a lot more difficult to get it back than if it was in official banking.
Well, I don't think there is any way to get it back at all. Like, cause
Nope.
Yeah, because Cold Card isn't a bank. They have no security. They have no
Yeah.
guarantees. They have no insurance. If that's stolen, I think you're just shit out of fucking luck.
Yep.
It-
Unless they
it's like-
catch the guys that did it, I guess. Like if they catch the actual
No,
hackers
not-
in real life, can they force them to pay it back?
I don't think so. No, I don't believe so. Because, you know, with Bitcoin being decentralized and everything, it's not technically insured. So, you're kind of shit out of luck.
Plus,
Yeah.
this is where my ignorance can probably come in, but like it's digital currency, so it's not it's like physical cash you can just like hold in your hand. It's just gone. It's just data.
Yeah,
This
it's
reminds me of
like
the-
banks. Banks have the oh shit, we're sorry, we have our backup money that we took from other people. So here's your money back from the bank.
This reminds me of the
you're
time
stolen.
there was like this World of Warcraft guy, and he went to a judge because like someone stole an item, like ninja looted and shit, and he was basically saying that it has value, and the judge was like, "What the fuck are you smoking?" Like the judge would just not understand that a pixel can have value, and then someone had to bring an expert, which basically pointed to Diablo 3 and how much a magical sword sold on the auction house for like the equivalent of 10,000 American dollars. And you could see the face of that judge, like the grimaces, like as he was trying to understand what actually happened. But I think like now people understand what Bitcoin is, and I think like if they actually catch the guy, like the actual hacker that did it, they may offer him a deal, like a plea bargain. It's like return what you stole, and you get less years.
Possibly,
You know,
but they'd have
it's like
to catch
maybe,
him.
but I don't. It's like I have no faith in like any legal system that can't even have legal protections for, you know, cyber crimes, like, you know, deep fake bullshit, because that's still very like in its infancy as well. Legislation's still being debated and passed for it.
Well, I think like the whole purpose of Bitcoin is that people believe wrongly that there aren't that many rules for Bitcoin. So like you actually do not have to concern yourself with Visa and MasterCard's policy. You can spend it in order to buy a Japanese video game or buy some marijuana or whatever the fuck, right? And so like those people, yeah, go on.
It's like I honestly think that's the double-edged sword of decentralized banking and money. It's like you want no rules with it, but why would you get protections if there's no rules? Type of thing.
Exactly. They get the capitalism.
So yeah, that's one of the largest heists, I think, probably in history. $85 million in untraceable currency moved from a place with no insurance and no real ability to investigate this. So, yay.
No, I think the COVID heist is bigger. How many masks would a factory sell that the government mandated you to wear?
Probably a fair few, but that's government theft, which doesn't count as theft.
Oh, I see. Okay, right. So like there are two types of stealing.
Yeah.
The stealing that people like me do. The people like me do, and then the proper stealing that, you know, prestigious individuals perform.
Who's microwaving food? I hear that.
I had to turn on my fan.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. If you have any bitcoins on cold card, move now. Or it's maybe too early to
listen. I would actually put my bitcoins on the cold card now because they probably have patched the problem.
That's true. They probably have done some patches.
Thank goodness my digital bank has now patched the bad things.
If you do have money and cold cards and shit, like make sure they're not in the same place. Like I would just spread it on 5 or 6 different wallets so that you don't lose all at once.
Yeah, that way you can lose it incrementally.
That's true. But like if you start losing it, then you can pull it up.
And speaking of other heists today, LumLum was mentioned by the official Ubisoft Assassin's Creed account just the other day.
Get the fuck out. No way.
You know, just because I accidentally mortally wounded a man does not mean it was me.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I see okay. I see what's going on.
I don't know about that, LumLum.
And also, I hate you.
Isn't that like Mexican fashion? The attire, I mean, the clothing as well.
Possibly. Dirty feet is a natural thing of the Mexican, so this might be fashion in
Oh,
there.
shut
It
up.
has extra flavor for
I
LumLums.
hate you.
I
hate
have
you.
noticed that feet are considered now appropriate edgy to post.
Yes, safe edgy.
Feet are
Yeah.
now safe horny, and I
Yes.
don't like that. People need to be shamed until if they like feet, and I hate the fact that you guys just have everybody just calling me the feet fish. Dude, there's this small Warhammer YouTuber that I just commented on his video, and what's his reply to me? Oh, hi foot fish, and I'm like, no, no,
It
why?
is true. The gaslighting works, and Arch is very proficient.
The
at it.
gaslighting worked on fucking small Warhammer YouTubers. Why?
If you wouldn't
And
be
now that's-
such a slag, none of this would happen, LumLum.
Correct.
I said I don't
For
like
safe
feet,
edgy
and you're
too.
like,
But the safe edge is interesting, right? Because if Assassin's Creed would have shown a cleavage or tits, you would have had people go, "Oh, you can't show that. Ah, what is wrong with you? Ah, good." But if you show feet, now it's fine.
Apparently.
Yeah. LumLum, you won't get censored anytime soon. You're tasteful horny.
why can't I be like, scoffed at for liking Guro or anything? Something that I actually like.
Right, so
But
actually, we do have a Guru thing for you today, also, LumLum, that I picked out especially for you. So, in relevance with we are in fact the Spanish now, the zombie invasion on the borders of Spain. We have a special LumLum because you see, not only do the brand new Spaniards bring with them diversity, strength, and all of their wonderful ethnic cuisine. No, that is not all, LumLum. They also bring with them a wide and varied range of remarkable diseases.
Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck.
Uh-huh.
Is that the one that's done
Looks
by
like
a
a Star
parasite?
Wars thing.
Heresy is the question. Fire is the answer.
I've never seen anyone look so close to a chameleon as this woman.
I hold on. I want to call this out. I don't think it's true. There is no fucking way. They just arrived when? They arrived yesterday, right? You cannot
Yes.
tell me that things escalated this fast in just one day.
Who knows? But Miss Nagi Susan Chisholm here has clearly had some problems with her eyes.
Arch's
I know.
Point, the tweet said it's a new contagious disease originating from Africa. So basically, the Africans are getting it in general. Americans
Yeah.
are African. So technically, they'll
Yeah.
be bringing it over.
And soon
but take
it'll
into
be a
account that
brand
this
new
place-
contagious European disease.
Well, no, hold on. This place that they're invading, what is it called? Kuna? What is the city?
Something or other. In Spain,
Yeah.
technically.
It's in Africa.
No, it's in Spain.
Like it's a Spanish colony. Did you see the map?
Yeah, so it's Spanish.
It is Spanish geopolitically, but when it comes to bacteria,
Legally.
germs, and parasites, right? The climate fits. So, is this an African disease that takes place on the African continent? Arch?
Also,
This is just another Ebola outbreak.
we've finally found the origins of Admiral Akbar's inspiration.
Oh my god.
Do you think she sees better though? Like,
No, I don't think she sees
doubt
better.
She has vision in her right eye.
I think she sees worse.
She
I
lost her
think she
vision?
sees a lot worse.
she lost her vision in the right eye.
I don't
That
know.
is- that is
You're the
probably
doctor. Does this look like a woman with 20/20 vision to you?
Okay, so I don't think it's a parasite, because it's both eyes. Like if it was a parasite, it would only be in one eye.
No,
It-
it's a virus.
It looks like there's blood pressure behind the eye sockets that's pushing her eyes out. I don't know what the fuck causes that, so it must be some African shit. Like, you need to understand, 6 years of med school is not enough to teach you about most of the diseases. Like 90% of what we don't learn is from Africa.
I
Like
see.
that place. No, I'm not kidding. Like because of the climate, there's so many parasites and so much shit that's only particularly to Africa that the medical textbooks don't even bother teaching you. Like you'd have to specialize in tropical illnesses too.
I'm probably going to butcher the name of this, but it just says Ebola disease caused by the Bundibugyo virus in the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
The
So,
Democratic Republic of the Congo.
How does it spread? Like, is it skin to skin contact? Is it water?
Don't know. Don't want to know.
Let's see. Largest
You brought
Ebola
it up. Now we need
outbreak.
to investigate.
Heresy's the question. Fire is the answer.
High mortality rates.
It's not
Yeah, but it's in Africa. They
Ebola.
probably don't take treatment.
It's Admiral Akbar's disease. What's wrong with you? But on the bright side, the invasion of hordes of unwashed, filthy savages carrying a wide array of difficult-to-treat diseases has gotten a very unusual response from the people who rule over us all. As this is Ursula, the she-wolf of the SS herself, claiming that the images coming from Situa are unacceptable, and that we cannot allow anyone to come to our union without abiding by our rules.
Well, that's rich
I
coming
thought-
from her.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it's Russian propaganda because there's other EU shills and technocrats saying that the images coming from Ceuta are actually doctored images. They're AI made by the Russians, and apparently Ursula disagrees with that.
Ursula does disagree
But,
with that.
I can tell you why, though. Somalia is what they prefer because Somalia is a failed state. Somalia does not control shipping lanes, does not have strong allies, does not have a functioning government that can pay for NGOs and shit. And so you can import Somalians, and then you can import your hate speech laws, you can import your authoritarianism, you can, do what tyrants do. Moroccans are a little bit more difficult, right? Like, they have an actual functioning state, they are allied with the United States, and they do not worship the people of Palestine, so Israel likes them. And if you import en masse their people, well, now they can have opinions about how you treat their people. They can start suing you at the European courts. They can pressure NGOs and pressure human rights in order to cause dissent. And those people can form into political parties. And this is why they don't like Moroccans, right? Like, if you're racist, you need to be educated racist. Like, not all Muslims are the same. Some are preferable if they come from failed states. Others are not preferable because they can form an alternative government within Spain. Then it can affect, the prestigious people that need to still win elections.
I mean, there's already kind of doing that in Britain, though, where there's a bunch of towns that are being taken over by the Muslims there. So they're still kicking out people regardless.
Yes.
Oh, and B, I did find the spread method. Direct contact through blood, body fluids, or contaminated objects from the infected person. Takes 2 to 21 days for symptoms to start showing. And let's see, early signs: sudden fever, severe headaches, muscle pain, and extreme fatigue. And then followed by vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, and sometimes external and external bleeding.
Oof.
Man, vomiting and diarrhea together must be the worst combo.
No, because vomiting actually gets, it clears the intestinal tract. Like,
yeah,
your
but
body's
if
like,
you've got proper
get rid of-
diarrhea, you don't stop shitting yourself just because you're empty. That has no effect, really, at that point.
Correct.
Just imagine if you have to decide, do you want to throw up in the toilet or do you want to...
Well, you use a
if you have to
bucket
shit.
like normal people. Jeez.
Yeah, I was just imagining sitting in the toilet and then with a bucket at the same time, just expelling. For
Now,
both
the
Yeah.
ends.
problem for femoids, though, is, you have long hair, so it dips into the bucket. Now your hair is stinky with your own fucking vomit and
Okay,
Well, that's
disgusting
what a hair
fluids.
tie-
tie is for, Arch. That's what a hair tie is
Yes.
for.
And you didn't describe that and add those details either.
Show this so the public can see. Hold on, where can I post it? Somewhere.
Hair smelling like
Like-
vomit. And the live links up above.
Did you hear about the young woman in Spain that, unfortunately is probably very, very liberal? She was standing on the docks when all of the foreigners were coming through the border. And she was like, "Oh, welcome to Spain, blah, 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 blah." And then 2 dudes approached her saying, "Hey, we're hungry. Can you bring us to get something to eat?" She, like a retard, accepted, and now she's been missing for the past 2 days. Her family can't get a hold of her.
She
heard that, but I
did
haven't
get them
confirmed
something to eat.
Hold on.
There was an interview with the mother and everything.
Can you post it? Because I really want to make a video out of it.
I will send you stuff.
But like, are you sure it's true? Like, because I looked into it as well, and I thought that's the type of story that it looks really good as propaganda, but like it like
no, it's real. And fucking what was it? The police said that, you know, they're too busy handling all of the new people that came to Spain to put any effort into trying to find her. So
Yeah.
that's a big yikes.
Personally, I
The
agree
only-
with that.
Like, I'm glad that Arch is here because he can actually appreciate the fact of the logistics of this whole operation, right? Like 50,000 people don't just wake up one day and decide, yes, we're going to invade Ceuta. 50,000 people traveling is like an army of locusts. Like, even if they were to have money and just buy everything from where they pass, imagine you go into a town and you're hungry, right? Like, you're thinking, okay, I'll go to a supermarket, or I'll go to a gas station to get gas, or I'll go to a restaurant. The problem is, like, 5,000 people already did that. Like, the place is going to be picked clean. There is nothing to give you. And so, like, how do you feed 50,000 people that are traveling? And the answer is, like, you need an NGO that has the logistical capabilities to, like, supply them with trucks, and to also supply those trucks with the gas required for the journey and the food rations, because they know every single town they pass is going to be picked clean. And when they finally go to Ceuta, when they finally arrive in Ceuta, even if every single one of them would be law-abiding, even if every single one would just purchase everything they want, you would still, like, just destroy the economy of that place.
And the main thing is worse too. Ceuta only has a population of 80,000, and what I was seeing was like over 60,000 were coming in within like the 24-hour time period. So literally like double their population overnight.
Yeah, like it's not sustainable. No supermarket. Yeah.
The reason why the reason why Ursula, the she-wolf of the SS herself, comes out and goes, "This is not acceptable," etc. You know she means it because there isn't any food there. The Spanish authorities are reporting that a bunch of them are already returning because they can't find food and shelter. Now, you know, if this was any other immigrant wave, there'd be food and shelter waiting at them. There's food and shelter waiting for the small boat people in England. There's food and shelter for the boat people arriving in Italy. There's food and shelter for the people arriving in Germany, in France, everywhere else where they want them to come from. Not in Spain.
Well, if you post the map that I showed, I definitely think this is the Moroccan government taking advantage of the weak Spanish government and the fact that they have the U.S. backing, and they're thinking, well, why can't we just take our holdings back?
Yeah, or alternatively, just a little warning shot to Spain. Because, again, the fact that Ursula did not grant this her blessing is a big telling thing.
Mare's fluttery, buttery butt.
Yeah.
No, I do think, like, the US and the EU are currently at the rivalry point. Let's say it like this.
Oh, God, this is an American-backed invasion rather than a European one. Oh, no. Slam the brakes.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. It is an American-backed invasion. And I don't even know if the Americans, like, have organized, like, a lot of people are blaming Israel, but, like, the Moroccans themselves can just read between the lines, and they can say, okay, so Spain disavow Israel. Spain didn't help the Americans invade Iran. The Americans don't really like Spain right now. Now is the moment. Like, if we do this, who's going to talk against us? And apparently, the European Union is going to talk against them, but the Americans haven't said shit.
Oh, yeah. And I want to point out as well, they moved quick on this. They set up commissioners, they have commissions, they've got people contacting the people in the Spanish government. The European Union fucking got moving on the day with this one.
Yeah. Well, apparently Amalgamite posted something. Don't fall for the fake GOP outrage. 2 weeks ago, the House passed a bill that greenlit the transfer of Spanish territory to Morocco. Well, yeah, but like maybe they genuinely thought, like we do political pressure, we do something like that. But like the Moroccans themselves, they also look at what Americans passed, and they said, okay, well, if we do this now, the Americans won't do anything against us. Because from the Americans' point of view, I can see why they're asterisk, right? Like, they invested military bases there, they invested infrastructure, they expected that the Spanish government will allow them to use their own military bases, and the Spanish government is going, no. And even if, like, you're an American and you think there shouldn't be a war in Iran, like, the very fact that another nation allows you to say no when you want to use your military bases, then the question is, like, what other nations can say the same?
Well,
and so punishment needs to happen. Yeah, you need to punish them. Arch, if you were part of the American deep state, wouldn't you punish Spain?
If I was part of the American deep state, I'd probably be trying to figure out how to shoot Trump again.
Really? But, like, so far, apparently he does work with the deep state.
I don't know. Like, he's clearly a little bit, kind of there, but we don't know how far he's there yet.
You can't expect perfection, Arch. You need to expect good enough.
Although, and I'm very pleased by this, by the way. So, here in Europe, we were threatened by the Germans to introduce cameras in everybody's car so that the government could stare at you every second of the fucking day. And the Americans were like, ha ha, you live in a dystopian hellscape. Well, fuckers. Who's living in the dystopian hellscape now?
I mean, America is already having issues with these fucking things called flock cameras, and it's oh my god. I know.
For your own safety, LumLum. It's for your own safety.
I know. What's his name? Tyler. Fucking, I forget his last name. He just posted a video on it that I still need to watch. But basically, flock cameras say that they're just license plate readers. But
yes.
Now they upgraded to some different cameras that also are backed by a portion of the U.S. government. And they track movements of different people. They have different profiles for each person. And a group of hackers managed to hack into their systems in less than a minute.
Did you see
like
that
a couple months ago?
Hold on, no, Arch, click on that workaround video. Click on that.
I see all this one. This is good. Now you're obstructing your own rearview mirror just to fuck with the authoritarian government. God, it's so retarded.
It is.
I don't need to see what's coming from behind anyway.
Service guarantee.
Oh yeah, no, like this technology is obviously good. Like, okay, here's the thing, right? The government, you've already violated 7 laws getting out of fucking bed in the morning, okay? Everything's already illegal. And the government only cracks down on you when they need to, when they want an excuse to fuck with you. This is just another layer of that. If you're on social media and you're a little bit too outspoken, well, look at this. You got caught driving with a phone in your hand. Wow, that's 7 years in jail for you, sweetheart.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me tell you the real horror, which I've noticed that many people on the internet haven't figured out. Do you think robots are going to be popular? Like, imagine this. You have a robot that can clean, cook, maybe even take care of your kid. And a lot of people are elderly, right? Like, they didn't marry, they're alone. And they don't want to go to an elderly people's home. And so, like, you have, like, Optimus's, Elon Musk little robot. and let's say it's functional. Like, do you think it will be popular? Do you think people will buy it?
Well, that's actually an excellent question, V, because
you ignorant
one of the main topics for today that I wanted to bring up was just the introduction of robotics.
Yes.
Oh,
behold!
Now, this one is more LumLum.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, one is more LumLum thing, but if we put the drama aside, right? Like, if you actually have a robot that can clean, cook, take care of your household,
rescue you in a forest fire.
I think everyone would have it. I think it would become like a car. Like, people would make a loan and they will buy one. Now, that robot will record everything. And for safety purposes, of course, it will be required to store some things. Now, imagine when you get a divorce and the wife uses Discovery and uses the memory of the robot to pick up every single argument you had, every single moment where you screamed at her and then you made up, every single time you say you don't love her, and show that to a jury. I think that is the actual hell. Like, people are worried, oh, like, you know, surveillance on the internet, surveillance on the car, surveillance in your fucking home.
What's already
And under
exists?
the microscope.
Alexa still stares at you.
exists.
Your phone already stares at you. Your fucking camera, your walls, everything stares at you. You're being recorded right now.
I mean, it's like
literally.
Arch.
No.
Couple years
I
ago,
refuse.
that person's Alexa locked them out of their home because of what was it, hate speech or something like
The
that?
N-word, yes. Like, so there was this guy. It wasn't an Alexa. He had done the most retarded thing ever imaginable. He bought a smart home, and so the smart house that was connected to the Amazon network, got a complaint from a delivery guy who said, "I believe someone inside called me the N-word." And so they terminated his subscription, which meant that he couldn't enter his house, he couldn't turn the lights on, like nothing worked. And he had to basically spend the next week to prove that he is innocent on the fact that there was no one home when the delivery guy heard the N-word.
And now you're even better. Because now the servant can take care of you by itself. Imagine if you have this beautiful thing wandering around your house and you miss a payment. What happens next?
I mean, okay, listen, that one looks fucked up. I agree. But like, I have seen Elon Musk's robot. I don't know if you see it. It literally looks like a human thing, and it cooks, it cleans, it does everything. Now, imagine if the government goes safetyism level. And maybe, you know, you have your kid and he is playing with the electric socket or some shit, which is what almost all kids do. Like, at some point, they do something dangerous that they shouldn't, and you can't supervise them 24/7, right? And the robot flags that. And then, as you mentioned, you know, like, everyone does 6 illegal things a day, and when the government wants to fuck with you, they bring up the recording, they bring up the flags, and then they can just create the picture that you are the most irresponsible parent in the world using, like, small clips, and they can just flat out ruin anyone's reputation.
Yes.
You
Well,
know,
but in this case, they don't
I'm
need
just
to
waiting
ruin
for
you.
somebody
They'll
to
just kill
get-
you.
Trick or treat.
I'm waiting for the first ever like lawsuit where it's like, this robot killed my family member, and then the robot just erases all data and video of itself killing said, like,
I think it's going to be
some
like
grandma
that.
or something.
I think you might more likely will have people falling in love with the robot and then committing suicide, like they did with character AI, like they fall in love with Daenerys or some shit. That is more likely to happen.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they make this robot look like Satan, Arch. Like, this is the only thing. Like, I get the idea; it's actually a good thing, you know. Like, you make it walk on 4 legs rather than 2. It's more stable and shit. And okay, fine. But like, why does it have to look like Satan?
Well, because it's actually very important. So they explain this further down here. So listen, it has to have the horns because that way it prevents it from getting through doorways.
Dude, this is a satire website. This is not the real product.
Yeah,
See?
they have to
I
know
know
what
it's
they're
a
doing here.
satire website.
It can't get through the doorway, and so you're safe.
This is not a real
The
product.
eyes, the fucking eyes, man.
That
Plus,
is stuff of nightmares.
it also comes with a host of safety features. If you puncture any of our air reservoirs, it will stop. Personally, I think this is a brilliant idea. It also has a hard time maneuvering through narrow spaces, so.
Trick or treat.
You know, I honestly think there should be
I don't think
a self-defense mode where it just turns itself into a brass bowl and it can throw someone inside and cook them alive.
I don't know if it needs a self-defense mode.
How does Lum have such a vivid imagination? The fact that she even knows about the brass bull is interesting.
Okay,
No,
for one,
she jerks off to that shit.
I was fast. Shut up. I was fascinated with medieval torture devices, fictional or real. which is how I have very niche facts that sometimes pop out of my head.
I repeat, she jerks off to that shit.
I do not. I just write about it.
When you crucify someone, LumLum, what do the Christians get wrong in their iconography?
They don't get it wrong. That was a special thing they did for him.
Man,
Wasn't a
it's been a while
mistake.
since I looked at crucifixion. Lately, I've been learning about the gallows and the trial and error process of that.
That's right. You gotta have
apparently there
just
was
enough of a drop.
Apparently, it was this like a random old dude that worked at I think a farm, if I remember correctly, that did the whole math on it, on like how long the rope should be and how far the drop is, depending on the weight of the person. Because
Very
if it was too long, then it would just like, probably just
Because
paralyze them, but they still wouldn't die right away. If it was too short, they would just suffocate for what's the longest someone was kind of wriggling about? I think about 12 minutes. And I don't know, it's fascinating. But then after he died, people got sloppy with it again, and just, I don't know, it's fascinating, honestly.
Okay, let me tell you something fascinating about the cross, right? The cross, the Romans actually considered it the supplicium servile. It was the punishment reserved for slaves. You couldn't crucify a decent Roman citizen. The thing that the Christians got wrong is the fact that the nails do not go into the palm. Because after a while, the palms just come off if you put them like that, and like the person can struggle, fight through the pain.
Through the arm.
Yes, you put them through the wrist.
They
I
didn't
expected you to
nail
know
them
this,
to it
but-
to begin with. They tied them to it. The nailing thing was a special thing for him because he was special.
I think they would nail as well for the blood to look more gory. I think like the purpose was to get them to bleed out. But I do think you're right, Arch, because in that time, iron was very expensive as a commodity, and so like after the Spartacus revolt, to nail thousands of people to the cross and use iron from every single one, it would have been extremely expensive.
Well,
They might just
crucifixion.
reuse nails.
Crucifixion is intended to kill you via exposure, not blood loss. That's why they tie you to it.
Yes.
Yeah. They probably just did something extra special for the man who
Service
claimed to be the
guarantees
Son of
citizenship.
Christ.
Yes.
I think it's
Son
actually
of Christ, Son of God.
I think it's actually a mixture of both. Like I think like the blood loss is important, so that the person dies faster. Like exposure in itself, if the person is healthy, they can just get off the cross. Like you struggle until you get off.
On if you tie him properly.
Hmm.
You gotta tie him well. Sometimes they did nail their feet to it, though.
Yeah, I do think like the pain is important because you want the person to speak. Like whenever a crucified person speaks, he speaks with the voice of Rome, Arch. And Rome is saying, "Don't be next." It's the whole
Don't
point.
be next.
Yeah, it's the whole point of the execution method. It's a warning. It's visible.
Don't resist. It's coming to save you.
It's so
Like to be
spooky.
crucified as a slave in Rome, like you really like. I'm not into victim culture, but you really needed to be asking for it. Like, did you know in Rome, slaves actually were allowed to have property and they could buy themselves off and they could sue their masters if the master didn't follow the rules.
They could do
Interesting.
that.
Yeah, and they followed because the master believed that the gods would punish them if they break the rules. It's what's called the peace of the gods.
And also, V, I resent the accusation that this is in any way a satire website. This is a very serious project, a very serious product that is being sold to save people from forest fires. Silly V.
I don't believe you, Arch. I think this you may be mistaken.
Nope. It's a very serious product meant to work in challenging environments, like chopping down trees. That's why it's got a fucking Logitech beer stick there.
He just had his birthday. He's gotten a year older. He's starting to get those old man delusions. Just let him live in it for a little bit.
Now, I will admit there is one thing that I do think is a little bit satire, and that is these pathetic amateurish tool changers. These are manual lock tool changers on this fucking thing. And they're huge and bulky and retarded looking. This is about the bottom of the barrel right here. It is disgusting. Look at them. They're manual fucking clothes. They're a little better than jar lids. Okay? That's fucking amateurish.
Do you know why I think it's not a real product?
Because
it
the tool
come in
changers.
different colors. But the tools as well, yes. But it also doesn't come in different colors. Like, it doesn't allow for any customization. Any serious company would have considered this.
Now,
I want to slap
what you
stickers
need-
onto mine.
What you need is you need a good tool changer, a proper one, you know, one that has the ability to be both automatic and manual just as easily, with access to electricity and air throw, you know? That's what you need. This is what you need right here. This is what you require. This is what you need. So, satire people, you will have to contact me so I can put you in contact with this wonderful company right here. Very important.
The problem with it that I think about it, it's black. And if it's like supposed to cut trees and shit, how will people see it at night? They would run over it with a car.
Well, it's in the forest. You don't drive a car in the forest now, do you?
No, but like you sometimes can pass from one place of the forest to another and there's a street.
No, but
And the
it's
robots
not
are
going
black.
to be standing there in the street, is it?
Imagine being a hunter out at night and seeing the glowing eyes of this monstrosity.
And you
imagine
hear
the
like
roaring
the chainsaw going,
chainsaw.
oh, oh.
Yeah, that'll probably scare you off first. And as chat has noticed, yes, pay no mind to the fact that my last name is on the tool changer. Pay no mind to these minor and mute details. It is fine.
Okay, so you're making these. Got it.
But it is a vastly superior product to whatever amateur scrap they plunked onto this thing. Disgusting.
Anyway, my wife is upset about the noise, so I need to bounce. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on.
Always fun hearing from you, V.
It's 12 midnight. Anyway, I need to bounce. Take care.
Good night, B.
Bye.
Oh, speaking of.
How
wait,
do you love our
is he
Romanian?
gone? Did he disappear?
Yes, he's gone.
Fuck.
Good riddance.
Well, he mentioned robots to take care of women and the elderly too, and as it turns out, we do have a version in the works designed for just that purpose.
Spider!
I hate this so much.
It's okay. Spiders are friendly little dudes. You just
Yes.
gotta be nice to them.
This way,
I have
it
a
can
problem with
juggle multiple
spiders.
people.
I coexist with spiders more than my dad really cares for. But my issue is the animatronics in general. Like, I hate them so much. And
You know,
that's
fair.
arguably worse than the Minotaur one.
Yeah, I don't like the shape of the head.
Yes.
The shape of the
That's
head is there to
both
comfort the
supplements.
elderly.
No, want to know what that would make big money? Make them look like Driders, please. I want a Drider robot. Driders are already hot enough as it is. Like, please, come
The
on.
robot is not designed for
Driders.
your sexual relief, LumLum. It's there to
Driders
it's there to
are-
help the
She's gonna fuck the
elderly.
robot.
Driders, Arch, and plus, don't forget, Driders don't have sexual reproductive organs. They're just there to fight and die. And that's fine.
Again,
She's gonna fuck it regardless.
the robot isn't there for your sexual pleasure. It's there to help help and aid the young children and the elderly.
And I know this is off topic, but just because we're on the topic of Driders, I still think Carnus from
We're
Baldur's
not
Gate 3
on the
should be
topic of
dateable.
Driders. You have bent and broken this conversation onto the topic of Driders.
Hey, there's not many opportunities that I get to talk about Driders, so I will make the opportunity to talk about Driders.
I don't know if you should be allowed to. Oh, speaking of allowed, I was going to bring this up when V was here, but then he suddenly disappeared like the little coward he is. We do need to organize a day for Project Zomboid in the near future,
Yes.
now that it's got a stable release.
I mean, we can do Project Zomboid the Sundays we don't do the vampire campaign.
Every other week? Not a chance. At least once a week. Jesus.
Well,
I'll get withdrawals.
you'll get withdrawals. Okay.
I'm thinking probably late Tuesdays, and then a long session, which will interfere with some people's worky stuff, which is unfortunate, but if we can make it long enough, maybe.
I mean, if I go to sleep right when I get home from work, I could probably be up by like this time, like 2-3 o'clock.
See? Perfect.
So
Yes,
the
Tuesdays are
thing that-
also the only day that functions for Porky because of her retarded work schedule. Bad creature.
you know the things that I do to accommodate your schedule, Arch.
It's true. It is appreciated, even if it is never mentioned. Alright, Zomboid. Very well. Tuesdays. Good. Wonderful.
Just let me know what week you want to start, so then I can adjust my sleep on specifically Tuesdays.
Probably not next week,
Same.
but the week after.
Okay.
Oh.
Now I need to see if I actually own Project Zomboid.
Yes, and bring along Mooseman as well. We can maybe have Dry Bread come along, and everybody comes along. Boog comes along. Everyone comes along. Not Dev. I don't know if Dev comes along. Dev's... Chad hates Dev. They hate him. They hate him.
My love, Archly invited you to Project Zomboid. You want to join on Tuesdays?
Sweet, I can make a nerd punch build.
Okay, he's down.
Okay.
Don't die first.
What about you,
He's
Mal?
competing with me. Sure, I don't care. Just tell me the time and I'll be there.
I was gonna say, what else does Mal have to do on a Tuesday?
Mal has
Not
many
jerk off.
things to do in Mal's life. Mal is a very active individual.
Okay, I do
Um,
have Zomboid, Julio.
I play Power World. That's and I jerk off and I sleep. It's great.
You jerk off to Pal World?
Yeah,
Man.
have you seen some of those pals?
Yes.
We did fund the
I-
Power
I-
Smasher Pass, so I'm gonna have to put White to work on that now.
Also, Archly, if you want to play some Pal World and not dedicate too much to it, I do have my server that I can give you the info for.
Well, see, I want to play Power World blind. I just need to figure out how to fit it in with all of my other fucking stupid projects.
Well, why not just clear out a couple of single player one playthrough games that you're doing, and then make up that time with some Pal World. after you're
Working
done.
on it. I'm hopefully going to finish Doom soonish, and then I'll move on to the other dozen single-player games that have been funded. Plus, I also want to play Quasimorph now, and then there's Zomboid.
Yeah, I heard you talking about Quasimorph during your birthday stream.
Yes, that was enjoyable. It was very enjoyable. And, oh, okay. So, on the topic of enjoyable things, there's been an interesting little bit of drama that, now granted, okay, the source of this is primarily my ass, but allegedly, Australian teenage phenomenon, Gout Gout, the one who runs fast, is 29 years old, from South Sudan, and the father of multiple children.
Can't say I'm surprised. They often
I
lie
was
about
about to
their
say
age
the
when
same
they.
thing.
They often lie about their age when they, come in.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's true. I just want to believe it's true because it would be funny.
I mean, it's like with any sporting event and international tourists and participants going to another country, everyone suddenly gets super horny. Because apparently, during the World Cup when the South Korean team was staying in Mexico, a lot of Mexican women were suddenly very interested in a lot of Koreans.
As is only normal. Oh, speaking of Koreans, well, close to Korea. Japan, anyways. LumLum, you play that Final Fantasy Online thingy, don't you?
I do. I'm logged in right now.
There you go. Wow. They released an art book from that recently.
That's Final Fantasy VII, you dolt.
Yeah, it's the same fucking thing, isn't it?
No, it's not. I play 14.
Yes,
Mooseman
it
plays
is. It's
7.
the exact same thing. Where they admitted that they had been changing the swimsuit design because they didn't want it to be too sexy.
Yeah, I heard that they kind of... Arch, scroll up. I don't want to look at her fucking feet.
LumLum,
You
you
don't?
are a poor
Come on.
liar.
Is it because they're not dirty like the other ones from Assassin's Creed? They don't have.
I would
flavor?
rather stare at her tits. Go to the tits.
Would you like some mud around the tootsies? Is that the objection?
I hate you. Shut up. But yes, I heard that they nerfed some assets.
They did indeed. Character artwork by Roberto Ferrari, who said this swimsuit was drawn in response to a request to conceal her feminine curves as much as possible. Which, I mean, he did a great job. There's feed for you, LumLum. He did a great job considering the instructions were like conceal feminine curves. He still managed to make her look feminine, so good job, I guess.
It's a cute outfit, though.
I love her hair, though.
But it's obviously, when you look at it again, you're like, yeah, it's kind of like a baggy top, kind of loose fitting, and the kind of like a skirtish underpants, not showing any ass or anything.
It's the behind. Yeah, the behind looks really flat. That's what really hits.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for a lot of reference sheets, they don't add too much detail. It's just to get the basics along. And all that.
I mean, motherfucker, they texture the chains on the back of her top. I don't think that's the case here, Plum Plum.
And look at the detail of the hair, too.
Yeah, Plum Plum.
But the skirt is really cute, honestly. It looks like the skirt that I have on my Lumi model.
Service guarantees citizenship.
LumLum is like, I don't have any ass either. To me, this looks normal. Bad LumLum.
No, I have, for one, I have a lovely ass. Thank you very much. It goes with my thighs.
And the same happened for Tifa as well. I tried a lot of different kind of designs for Tifa's swimsuit, but getting any of them approved was a real challenge. Since players can view the character from all sorts of angles in the game, we had to keep certain things in check and not overemphasize her feminine figure. In the end, we settled on this design. Which
I like how it's all the squabbling over this is always the Western name, not the Japanese name. They're like, the guy was like, I want to bring out her cuteness and charm.
Well, I imagine because the special, instructions they were given. So she can't have, a traditional bikini bottom. She has to have little frills on there. And probably the only way they could get away with giving her, a tomboyish boob bikini top is by adding frills again to kind of conceal the figure.
I mean, once again, it's still a cute swimsuit, but once you notice it, then it's like, okay, now it's pretty obvious. Even once again, her ass has been nerfed. That's a flat ass.
There's
a flat ass
there.
It's like, I'm sorry, but I am a fan of frills on bathing suits. It's just cute. It's adorable, and I love it.
LumLum leaps to the defense of the flat ass yet again. She will protect the flat ass with her life.
She even has frills on her sandals.
Flat is justice to LumLum.
I mean, flat is justice. I mean, but still, I like the bathing suit design.
If you too think flat is justice, by the way, chat, like gold today, 600 likes. We're at 459. You are doing well, chat. Hit the like button. It is important. This is how we win YouTube and become the largest stream. This is how we become larger than Hassan Piker. Very important that we become larger than Hassan Piker. And, strangely enough, Cloud is allowed to be half naked. This is not a problem. This is fine. In fact, he's got more of an ass crack on him than the women do.
Oh my god, yeah. And so much detail on the behind. And even what he says is overly emphasize the figure. Everything else is no, with a woman, we have to make sure their figures aren't actually emphasized. But no.
Yeah, and also this is
overly emphasized. Okay, sorry. That was cut off.
This is obvious bullshit, too. The swimsuit worn by Cloud and how the characters were drawn in ways that didn't overly emphasize their figures. Fucking horse shit. He's wearing shorts. What part of his figure isn't emphasized by this?
And the abs drawn on him too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of now thinking like, okay, what would be an emphasized outfit here? Like, if this isn't it, how would you emphasize it?
Make him wear like male swimmers swim bottoms. You know, the skin tight ones. Speedo. Put a
For this
Speedo
version
on
of
him.
Cloud, we doubled the polygon count for things like his hair. Bull fucking shit yet again. His hair is always visible. I know where you doubled the fucking polygon count, you homosexual perverts.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
Hey Mal,
Disgusting.
listen.
Yes.
You got. I will hold your hand and carry you like a princess. You gotta start playing Final Fantasy 14 with me because they're doing a Final Fantasy 7 collab in the next expansion.
Yeah, but that's such a massive game to get into, and I'm already knee deep in.
Oh, it's
Gossip
not
and
it's
Power
not
World.
it's not that bad. Shh, it's not that bad. I'll carry you. It's okay.
No.
It's okay.
Temp has already artistically talked to me about that game multiple times, and I'm like, okay, it does sound like up my alley, but you see, there's something called time, and unfortunately, is limited. And I
Well,
invested in
you
my
were
anime
very
focus.
lucky compared to some of us because I say this with all the love in my heart. Well, we're employed.
That's a good point. Where's your job at the steel mill, Mal?
Sir?
I work at the milking farm.
Sir?
Oh, so she's reading the other milking farm books without you, Arch.
That's where I'm spending my time.
You can't hear it, but
He's
I'm
got no
hitting the spray
response.
bottle button as hard as I can.
Now I hear
It's like, well, if you ever decide to play 14, I will make sure that you come onto my world. I will put you in my free company. We will make sure the experience buffs are on. And I will be your little healer that will make sure that you survive whatever you need.
I appreciate
I've been playing this game endlessly, except for my year break that I did since 2019. I have like 6,000 hours in this game. I have leveled 3 characters. I've gone through the story 3 times because I love it that much.
Freak.
And if you skip cutscenes, I will automatically think lesser of you.
Why would I skip a cutscene?
There are people out there that are proud cutscene skippers, and then I proceed to tell them that they are worthless. I don't respect them. And if they say
Agreed.
that they're confused about anything, then I will say, well, you should have seen the cutscene.
And mean. Oh, speaking of mean things, we have a controversial thing we need to debate at great lengths today, too. A difficult topic. I take it you've heard about the Stellar Blade AI thing.
Yeah, V and I talked about it earlier today.
So, Stellar Blade put out a music video, which, I mean, I'm going to mute it just in case, but a music video from their game, Blood Rain, and they've got a tag at the end of it saying AI Labs. And throughout it, you can definitely kind of tell that they were using a lot of AI here. First and foremost, the teeth. Never show teeth. Teeth are uncanny valley on anything. Do not the teeth. The teeth bad. Bad teeth. Much bad.
Heresy's the question. Fire is the answer.
And this got a lot of people very, very upset, which, on the one hand, I gotta say, it doesn't look terrible. It looks fine. It's definitely got some little things here and there where you can tell that it isn't quite there. It's got some AI slop, particularly on details and text and texture in the rear, like the AI's obsession with pipes everywhere, for example. These enormous, huge super pipes the size of fucking skyscraper buildings.
Well, even like her face looks just weird to me for some reason. Like there's something like about the art style that they use that AI has, that kind of glaze of some sorts. Like that scene right there in the store. Just things just look so like just slightly off.
I don't know if it's the glaze, because this is kind of the art style they're going with, the very like anime-ish glaze to it, but like the problem is like there's a little bit of a contrast. Like her ears look far more plasticky than the skin again, and then this contrast with later scenes where it's lighting, presumably primarily, but like she kind of doesn't look like the same character for a second there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a plastically look. That's a good description of it. Just something just seems fake.
Also, the AI is like, is she wearing gloves? Or should I put nails on her fingers? Do we know? Are we sure? And it airs a little bit back and forth on that. And it does, again, like, it doesn't look terrible, but a lot of people's main argument is that this is now a big studio with lots of money, and they could afford to do this properly rendered. And they probably could, but I'm pretty sure they're making a point by making this largely with AI.
Her ass looks great, though.
Her ass
Sorry,
does look solid. It is true.
I mean, I think it's a difference between the West versus the rest of the world, where China and Korea are more than happy to use AI in literally everything nowadays that they can. Because it just makes everything cheaper.
Well,
and you can make some cool stuff with it too. So there's kind of like no point to do so. Not to do so.
Partially the cheapness, but I also think this is very much so a statement, a look, we can do this now kind of thing. And I mean, it is an achievement.
Possibly.
Like one of the interesting things is they do actually manage to keep most of the text relatively good and legible. That's nice. They've clearly added that in. They managed to keep the character model pretty consistent. That's a good thing. And this is definitely quite a bit of an advancement. They add in eating spaghetti, or ramen in this case scene, kind of to mock that old thing, that Will Smith eating spaghetti. The environment still looks a bit weird. This, like, the text there looks weird. Like, you can see, once it gets out of focus, it kind of blurs, like says K-pop Demon Hunters, then the E kind of goes runny. Was it out of focus? I think this is basically a tech demo. And as a tech demo, I'm frankly fine with it. Because this is them showing off what they can do, rather than like, could they do it rendered? Yes, probably. Would that create work for someone? Maybe. But I don't know if they even had people who would do this. They'd probably, because you gotta understand too, making an entire music video, you would need an entire specialized division to do that. Not only the rendering of the visuals, but the music, the pitch, the scene, the composition, etc. That would require a lot of people. Whereas with the AI, you can kind of just tell it to do shit, and it does do shit. Like, you tell it, make a music video. Oh yeah, the time especially.
Yeah, this would take like a year or two, depending on how dedicated the studio is and all that fun stuff. But this probably only took them a few months.
Yeah.
That.
And
I
most
also
of
think that people forget that South Korea is very pro AI and implementing it into literally everything.
Yeah.
So
same with China. Like, it's those two are basically taking over the gaming industry at the moment, because obviously America has, in the West in general, has fallen off. Japan is starting to also kind of fall to the wayside too, and so now it's just Korea and China stepping in, and well, they're more than happy to use the AI.
yeah, because they know what, a couple months ago people were flaming Shift Up for having job listing for generative AI stuff.
Now, if they use AI in game and it becomes really obvious, then I'll have something else to say about it. But for now, if it's just like a little fun aside, something they threw together and they were like, hey, look what we can do, I don't really mind. And it's got it's a pretty bad dislike ratio, 16 to 8K. It's pretty bad on a platform where you're expecting 98% likes and everything you upload, etc. So it's not good by any stretch of the imagination. But
And like, Archly,
Yes.
here's a
One
question that I always throw at people who are like super anti AI, even though it helps with work process. How do you feel of like artists that have been training AI with their own art style and shading and everything when it's just all self-made from that one individual person? It
Well,
just
that's
helps
kinda
with their
thing.
workflow.
because this is of course all Shift Up's own stuff in here. It's their character, it's their world, it's probably their AI script, I imagine. I'd be very surprised if they were using like a public thing, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So all of this is of course their custom made stuff, and yeah, so I really don't mind it. I think this is a cool little thing that they can do, mostly just to show that they can do it. And it really, like, an example I would like to bring up is, you remember how 3D look back in the day? Like the ugly, blocky things where the pixels are just kind of floating in midair?
Yes.
Where we need a transitionary period between things being good enough and perfect. Now we've exited out of the things look like shit period, and now we're in the uncanny valley period, and eventually we'll get out of that as well. And the fact that they can make this shows that we are almost nearing the end of the uncanny valley period too.
Yeah, the advancements of AI has been rapidly, like crazy fast this the past like 3 years alone.
Well, yeah,
Because I
it's
remember
like the
V doing
benchmark.
streams about like trying to make Goku say the N word and jailbreak it and make all these like crazy scenarios with scripts and stuff.
Yeah.
On stream, and that was only a few years ago, and now look at how far we've gone.
Well, it's like, don't forget the benchmark showing how much AI has improved is Will Smith eating spaghetti.
Yeah, and you can see it here too. Like you can still see a little bit of things, like the noodles don't look perfect, like the strands don't really quite connect and stuff like that, but that's quite the improvement from what it was.
Yeah.
I think this is fine. And again, the argument that okay, they should have spent the money on making it, that's probably the one I understand the most, because yes, at the end of the day, we kind of need like a little bit of a double standard here. For a random person in their basement, then yeah, sure, use AI. It'll help you load and allow you to make stuff of a quality you couldn't possibly pretend to make otherwise, right? If you're $1 billion company and you put out some fucking AI stuff like this, then that's worse. But at the end of the day, this is coming. Companies are going to use this. Companies are already using this. It's inevitable. They're obviously going to use the new tools. What annoys me is when a company uses it and then claims they don't. It's like, no, we don't use AI. We would never use AI. That's why we misspelled his name and have him fire out of 2 of the barrels of his gun. The Shift Up makes no attempt to hide what this is. You know, they've got a goddamn tag at the bottom, AI Labs. They're completely transparent with this. So I don't really mind.
Yeah, and yeah, that definitely is their in-house AI because it has their logo over it as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't see the problem with it, but there's of course some drama going around Eevee and Stellar Blade right now, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of people who will want to use this for their own benefits.
I mean, it's basically just the left that already hates Stellar Blade because of the first game with Eve being an attractive character. I know they hate this game because, she's got, pedo bait and all the fun stuff they were claiming earlier this year. It's just another reason basically hate them. And, like, the comments are all complaining about that is made of AI. Obviously, they like to discuss, like, ratio, but it's all, like, Western, basically, like, hate that's coming from this. From what I've seen, and it's usually more left-leaning. Now, seems to be a growing hate for AI from the right as well, as AI slop is becoming more and more common. and that's reasonable too. But it's at the moment it's still a left versus right issue, and right now the left is just taking something that they already hate and having another excuse to hate it more.
And, like, the word AI slop is an interesting one, because I wouldn't consider this AI slop. It's very much so not. It's still got a couple of the elements of AI slop. Like, this camera is fucking fantastic. I don't know what this is. Like, Sonny, and then you've got, like, a stick here. I don't know what he's holding on to. It's got some sort of a gimbal. The camera's attached to God fucking knows what. It's got a huge battery pack on the end, and what is that, a Wi-Fi receiver on top?
It's like there's difference between, taking time with stuff and AI slop. Like, how I would compare AI slop is during the age of ElsaGate, where those like Russian channels would put out a bunch of videos with famous Disney and Marvel characters every single day, multiple times a day.
Mm-hmm.
It's that. It's the equivalent of that bullshit. Because what's the popular AI slop amongst the younger generation? It's like Love Island, but with fruit. That is fucking AI slop.
Oh, that thing. Yes, I know that thing.
That is AI slop.
That is a bad thing. I don't like that one. I don't like that one.
It's just cheap, horrible content that's being pumped out en masse. That's AI slop. And that's I don't think anybody actually enjoys that, well, other than certain subsects of the population. But actually taking, like, the thing about AI is it's a tool. Like, it's not simply a left versus right debate. It should be a lot more nuanced than it actually is. There's pros to AI, there's also cons to it, and it also should be limited to a certain degree. Because the amount of videos that are coming out these days that are so realistic that people think are actually real and fall for it is growing by the day. And
well, just wait.
So,
we're gonna get to the point where you already know how old women already fall for those scam calls where they say the cartel is holding hostage your family member. It's gonna be that, but worse with AI making images, especially with how how public some older people have their Facebook and usually post pictures of their family members, and then people run that through AI, and yeah.
Actually, Sentinel Rex brings up a great point here, too. No, fuck people's jobs. No company owes somebody a job. AI will be an equalizer that allows regular people to compete. And that is, I've made that argument as well many times with the layoffs. In the West, in particular, we've started viewing a job as like some sort of civil right that you have, like a company owes you employment, and it doesn't. Like, you're either worth employing or you're not worth employing. And if you can easily be outcompeted by the robot, then, well, shit, it's time to look for another job. I mean, because I remember when there was the mass layoffs in the coal sector, and the response from all of the journalists was, well, you better learn how to code.
Yeah, but
I think the point is the fact that at certain points, when the robots become so advanced enough that, like, nobody has a job, or very few people have a job, minus the ones that are, like, managing the robots and fixing the robots in the first place, until eventually you get robots that can fix themselves and all that fun stuff. That's kind of the concern at hand, because we're finally reaching a point in technology where we can kind of see that happening relatively soon.
I think the one thing that I'm happy I don't have to, well, a couple things I don't have to worry about in terms of my job. One, the company that owns the place that I work at, probably too fucking cheap to actually invest in any of the high tech shit. And two, the robots that, like, the robot forklifts and stuff, they're programmed to follow OSHA standards, which means they're going to work a lot slower. They like how fast we work, so I doubt that they're actually going to do that.
Well, there was also a funny little thing. On Kick, what was it? See if I can find it here. Where the hell was it? I think this was the announcement, but I don't remember where the thing was. So, Kick was rolling out a bunch of new little fucking retard things, and one of them was that the AI would start analyzing streams automatically.
Twitch, not Kick.
Kick, Twitch, is it not the same thing? Mal?
No, Kick is superior.
Okay, well, fine.
It's all
it's
under
true.
the Twitch and it's all under the Twitch infrastructure though.
I mean, yes, but still superior.
And also make summaries of streams, and also increasing resolution on things, and all kinds of like screwing with the thing. And a lot of people are now looking at this and thinking, okay, how much of my content is actually being used by the AI, and how much of this is it using it to make like clips and stuff like that, and how much of it is it retaining? Because a lot of people have been pointing out that if this AI is just sitting there constantly analyzing all of these YouTubers, figuring out what they do that's popular in clips, etc., how long is it going to take before Twitch is like, well, here's our version of the AI VTuber?
You're gonna make a Twitch tuber.
Yes, we are. Training your own replacement. I have long since accepted that we will all be replaced by the beep poops, and I've just resolved myself to using the beep poop version of myself when it eventually arrives.
And also it's bold to assume that Twitch isn't already doing this just quietly. Now that they announced it, they're not going. If they say, "Oh yeah, no, we'll roll this back after immense pushback," no, they're still gonna do this. Just like how YouTube is using their AI moderation to ban a bunch of people right now.
Oh, the new AI moderation that just gets worse and worse every day.
Are you ready to rut this yellow?
It's almost as bad as the Kick one now, which is quite fucking impressive, honestly. Why do we allow chats? Listen, why do we allow chats? What are chat? What is chat but one enormous opportunity to build N-word towers, huh? What is chat but that? What is chat but an opportunity to get me flagged, huh? Replace chat. Ban chat. Replace them with robots. Yes. Yes, that's the future.
Except for the ones that send Arch money, because those are the ones
But
that
the
Arch
robots can send me money too.
Oh, what? With the supposed stolen Bitcoin?
Yes. Don't replace the streamers, replace the audience with little robots. Yes.
I mean, don't popular Twitch streamers already do that with their massive botted streams?
They do. They do that quite a lot. Also, chat, look at you. We're 43 likes away from the goal. If you were robots, we would have reached that already. If you were robots, you would click the like button instead of trying to build N-word towers in the chat, you little fucking dirtbags.
God damn it!
Yes, build more towers.
Guarantees citizenship.
More towers. You guys need to organize better. I'm disappointed in you. Too many G's.
Everybody wants to be the G. Nobody wants to be the N. It's true. That's just how it works. But yeah, no, we are actually unironically going to get AI streamers. It's going to happen within our lifetime. In fact, within the next 10 years, I think we're going to see it being fairly common, probably. It'll probably start like remaster kind of level stuff where basically the AI will be fed like your previous content and it'll kind of like cut together like a super cut version of it. So you can basically stream 24/7 with that, then intersperse the original content, and you'll be seen as avant-garde and special for not using it. I'll be special. No chat, no trans flags in chat now. We don't have Atari here. We don't have the tranny. You can't do that. It's against the law. Because despite all appearances, LumLum is female. I know, it's shocking and weird, but it's true. Only Atari.
Why not?
Only trans flag for Atari.
Well,
It's his flag.
Don't forget, it's still questionable with Mal because Sargon said that Mal is a good lad.
That's true, but on the bright side, at least he's like, yes, Mal is a good boy. When he was asked about LumLum, he's like, who? I've never met this person.
And I have a 12-inch cock that's 3 inches wide with flaccid.
You fucking memory hold that
fuck?
quick. Which, okay, LumLum, don't feel bad. I meet Sargon once a week, every Monday. I talk about stuff, about my project. And you know how I get him to agree to my version of things?
How?
I agree with him when we're arguing about it, then I wait 3 weeks, then I bring up the topic again, and he'll have forgotten that he disagreed.
He has dad brain. That's what he has. And also, I remember you told me what? I forgot when. But you said that with I forgot if this was like when you were bullying me a lot or if chat was bullying me a lot. Sargon said that he felt bad for me.
I don't know. I think this might have been something you've invented in your brain as a coping mechanism.
No, you told me this. No. You told me this. This was like months ago. But also, I can't expect you to remember things that you said months ago, considering some things I've told you, and you're like, yeah, I forgot.
Definitely a coping mechanism.
Arch, you are just as bad at remembering things as Sargon is. You guys are just two old men that can't remember shit.
Definitely a coping mechanism.
Oh,
And now you're 55 years old.
No.
yeah, now he's
I'm
allegedly
53.
55 years old.
Sorry,
don't
I
believe you're in your
assumed you were
50s.
older than that because, I mean, the dementia really just gave that impression.
Also, that was the
I-
tactic I,
I
used to
still
get
don't believe
Sargon to
Arch.
agree to giving me the rocket launch throwing spear thingy because I wanted it. And Sargon was like, but isn't that a little bit too old fashioned? It's like, oh, yeah, you're right. 3 weeks later. So, rocket throwing spear thingy. Yeah, that's cool. Cool. I'll commission the fan art. I'll commission the art for it. And here we are.
Oh my god. How
That's
does he
canon
not?
now.
I don't understand. Like he sees
He
the same
has
thing
dad
and has
brain.
a different opinion. Like
He has dad brain. That's what it is. My dad functions the exact same way.
Yep.
That's how I used to get things.
It's how I got you the sexy female wizards, too. He just wanted old, ugly women. I memory hold those for you, chat. I did that. The reason why you'll now get sexy wizards is because of me. I'm the one who did that. I'm the one. I'm the one you should thank. The pretty little robot. Well, I'm fine with them using AI. I think they should use AI. Fuck it. It's their little experiment. They made the AI. They get to use it as they choose. I'm fine with it.
hey Arch, guess what?
No.
Superchats.
Yeah, go do those.
So Christopher Nolan is complaining that the criticism
God
of
damn
his
it,
movie
Arch.
isn't nice enough.
People are giving you money.
Well, I
Appreciate
wanted
them.
to talk about this too because there was a scene that I
But we
saw.
can't talk about them after you catch up with Superchats.
Because there
Or
was
at
a
least,
thing
read some of them. Arch,
where
no, shut up.
there was the
shut
whirlpool.
Up. Shut up. Shh.
um,
Hush. We
Hey,
can
we're not
talk
gonna let
about
you speak.
Charybdis later. We can talk about Charybdis later. You can at least start reading the super chats before they disappear, and you're like, meow, LumLum, why didn't you tell me? Now I have to go to my back end so I can see the super chat.
And YouTube keeps on scrolling. Ew.
Don't worry, they won't disappear. The audience mostly used up all of their money yesterday, so there won't be that many of them today.
Meh.
Read. We can talk about Charybdis after you read. Read, Arch.
Also, Asmongold is getting into Worm
No,
40k, which is
Hush.
another thing that
No,
need to mention.
I don't care. I don't care that
Okay.
I don't care that the Roach King is now holding Nurgle. Read.
It's Nurgle
Super
holding
chats.
Nurgle.
Now.
It's literally Nurgle holding Nurgle.
Read. Read super chats. Arch.
Whilst I read chat,
Go read.
we need 4 more likes. Come on. You can do it. I know you can. I understand that you can. I know you have the physical ability. Freno on kick. While I don't like it, but I think Franco in Spain might have to reappear to delete the socialists. Not ideal, but the country will be lost. Well, okay, so here's the funny thing. Spain had Franco for quite some time. Like, he didn't lose power. He was eventually, deaded. Like, God took power away from him eventually. even with Franco, the man who is like drag the communists into the streets and execute them by crushing their testicles under favelas, even then, it didn't stop them. Like, it didn't stop them. It didn't even fucking pause their leftward push. Even decades of fascist dictatorship didn't stomp them out. We must understand that these people are not merely cockroaches. They have evolved beyond cockroaches.
Are you ready to rut this yellow mare's
Frankly, I'm kind of impressed. Kai One Ergi on kick, making it look like a centaur demon from hell makes it 666 times more effective at finding political dissidents. Correct. And it makes it better at finding people in a forest fire too, because it's naturally immune to fire. Duh. It's better that way. Yaska, happy birthday, best of all, for Myth the Fallen Lords Fund. That was yesterday. In fact, it was technically kind of sort of the day before that, but I had Sargaruni petting day at that time, so, you know. Brian Wolfen, I knew the rest of today's cast were harlots on the internet and thus eligible for the weekly hottie stream, but V, didn't expect that. Pony Mal. Ah, good, Pony Mal. There. Pony Mal needed that boost. She's back in third place. Boog.
God damn it.
Amal uses her claws to check for foreskin.
True.
Sentinel Rex. Under the correct circumstances, feet can be cute. And ban? I'll continue to die on this hill. It's the people who do freaky things with them that ruin it. You know, the people that make silicone feet and sell them to LumLum. Sentinel Rex, that entire continent needs to be locked down and isolated from the decent world and heavily policed. Well, we did do that. It was called the colonial era. More Turkify. Oh my god, how is that not AI? Why do we have... Why do we hear about them starving and not this until now? Well, because the starving part may make you think that they should come to your country. This might make you think the opposite. Freakazoid has a minor stroke and makes noises, which I shall not even attempt to repeat because I don't know what the A with a little divot above his head even is. MJ Bull. So the human flooding of Ketua is a humanitarian tragedy because 49,000 choosing coming into a small enclave that only has 85,000 people normally. Not having the resources to support them is a surprise. Well, you know, not having enough resources to support the immigrants, that is a commonly used and valid strategy. I remember that happened when a little place in America called Martha's Vineyard suddenly received an influx of new citizens. It didn't have the infrastructure to take care of them all. It's tragic, but they couldn't do it, and so the police arrived and took them away. The system works. It's beautiful. If only we were all as well protected as Martha's Vineyard. Silicon Steve, blip. Wait, it's a V. It is a V. Zeloxon, keep your shit on your PC wallet, dumbass. That's true. Alternatively, just buy gold. Just invest all of it in fucking gold. They can't steal that from you. It's yours. You own it now. So Rex, god fucking damn it. Now I wasn't gonna buy a car before, but now I'm totally justified in not doing so. I would recommend buying an automobile. Do not be like LumLum and refuse the services of the four-wheeled thing. It helps you go from point A to B.
Just buy an older one, like anything before 2020.
An older one. Mal's definition of an old car is a car produced before 2020.
Well, it has to be within the sweet spot age, because if it's too old, then it's going to have a lot of problems and a lot of mileage. But if it's too new, then it's going to be really expensive. I mean, they're going to be kind of expensive regardless, because the used car market is kind of shit. But it needs to be nothing too fancy and new that has all the, bells and whistles of the new technology. But the sweet spot of not being too old with lots of mileage. So you have to try to find that balance.
Uh-huh. By Mal's definition, this is an old car.
It's 6 years old technically if it's 2020, so it's on the it's rising in age. Because you don't like I said, probably 10 years is probably the sweet spot at this point in time. But as my rough guess, because if you get anything from because once again the point still stands.
Well, here's the thing. I can tell you how to get a car where the mileage doesn't really matter anymore. Okay, so you don't have to obsess over all of this dumbass nonsense about when it was made. And it's very, 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 very simple. You just need to look for the little star mark somewhere on it. You see that? If you can,
Is that the Mercedes logo?
If you can identify this mark, the car will run well, pretty much no matter how old it is, presuming they've taken care of
those
it.
Are?
No,
I'm pretty sure those are Mercedes, aren't they? I don't really know car brands very well, other than the basic ones like Toyota, Ford.
Sir?
I will have you know, Mel, that Mercedes are quite affordable.
Sir?
Okay, yes. To you, maybe. Not to most people.
Big Sister for the win. Subfi, is your guild ready for Season 2? Also be careful with Amal Post. You will unironically look at TMMC for sources. God damn it. Love you all, and give some of this to Amal for Bioshock 2 fund. No.
That is not true.
Teens Magazine, is that a frequent source of resource for you?
TMZ is a rag article. So what he's bringing up is, the whole watermelon felon thing that the Awesome McCast's father was recorded saying after Carmelo Anthony got, locked away and all that fun stuff. Remember that from a couple months ago? Anyways, it's basically, there's that recording came out him saying calling, certain people of color watermelon felons. And the source for that was TMZ. And everyone quote retweeting it was quote retweeting TMZ. And if you actually look into TMC's source, it was not exactly a credible source. So it's like I was casting doubt on the fact that his father was actually saying that he is a watermelon felon, because it didn't seem like within his character from everything that's been shown for the past year, with how he went to the whole, he was it's one thing to get the script to be apologizing, not wanting to create race wars, but then he actually went to the whole conference for the other Carmelo's family and got kicked out of it, and all the other things that he did. So the whole watermelon felon thing, while funny, definitely seemed out of character. And the source was basically TMZ. And so I was casting doubt on that.
I mean, their first mistake was believing TMZ.
Yeah, and everybody was quote tweeting to TMZ with it there, and that was my point. But anyways.
Yeah, it's like, if I remember correctly, wasn't TMZ in hot water for reporting on something that was very obviously fake or fabricated?
More than likely, because it's TMZ.
I know there was doctored videos or something that they were trying to push as true. This had to be 9 or so years ago, maybe? I don't fucking remember what it is. I haven't followed TMZ in many, many years.
Yeah. So basically, I was using TMZ as a source to discredit the fact that it was a source in the first place, if that makes any sense.
All I hear is that Mal was indeed busted using TMZ as a source.
Of course, Arch, of course.
In other news,
I was about...
Look, chat reached the like goal. 641. Good chat. And they reached the super chat goal too. So now LumLum is small line on head. Behold.
Yay! Now continue reading, Arch.
Looking down judgmentally at the TMNC reader, LumLum, in her... No, Mal. Which one are you? I don't fucking care. In her jar.
We're both the same.
Jar, that's Mal.
Silva Camaro. LumLum is a good Christian woman. That's a lie. Whenever she's at church, she volunteers to wash everyone's feet. Okay, that's true. In fact, she insists on it. Jesus would be proud.
No.
Were you one of the people washing the black people's feet on the BLM thing?
No.
LumLum, control yourself. Handle your gases.
I was trying to stop you. I will burp more if it means it's going to derail you.
She's just a little bag of wind.
Are you
That's the
ready to
problem.
rut this yellow mare's
LumLum,
fluttery?
do you
shut up.
fart half as aggressively as you burp?
No. What the fuck?
She said she's got a nice ass, so I imagine those cheeks just like, you know, jiggling.
Mal, shut
Yeah, but
up.
that makes it worse, because, like, that's why the gays, when they fart, it's just like a whistle, because the ass cheeks are pulled so far apart and the hole is so loose.
Please, shut up. For the love of fuck. Read the super chat.
I do not have that problem. When I fart, it's audible. It's all kinds of vibrating noises.
Heresy is
Oh.
the question. Fire is the answer.
LumLum is the kind of woman who farts regardless of whether or not she's in a public space. She just lets her rip. She does not doubt for a second whether or not it's solid or gas on the way out. It's all the same to her.
Oh my god, no! No! Shut up! No! And no! We are not
Oh, you could
going
be-
to bring
oh.
Moose Man into this. No! Shut
Wait.
up!
Moose
No.
Man? Why does he need to?
Because,
Does he need to point this out that you
no,
do
Wayward.
that?
No. Wayward said Moose Man, drop the deets. No.
Well, I remember in the ArchCast you mentioned before that you bake them underneath the sheets.
Ah, that's right, the
No.
Dutch oven.
Yeah.
No, I do not Dutch oven my boyfriend.
Have you accidentally brown ovened him at some point?
No! No!
Wow.
What the fuck is that?
It's not as bad, I guess.
Oh my god.
Mark, call me
Can
the
we
purple
please
guy.
correct Super Chat?
Because you know what I will do to that bot, and there are no laws against the bots, folks. That's true. But if you
No, do
puncture
not.
its air hole, it'll just crush you. So, careful. Marine Alva, Lumi, new hunter, the parenting dropped.
Oh, I seen that. I seen people talking about it.
Ignore. Maranga 2, please have V say platypus. Perry the platypus. He's not here. He's dead. We can't make him do that.
Service guarantee.
Marine Alva, honestly, I would just use the old timberjack. Heck, I am a certain and good mechanic and make it into a small chaos defiler, but piloted, not possessed. But half of the charm is that he does it on his own volition rather than being forced to do so by some kind of, evil external entity, which is important. Silver Camaro, you want fan art of you and a Drider LumLum? Do you desire this?
Not if it's cursed.
Stepping on his face.
Oh, we almost
No.
got a full end tower on the chat. I'm disappointed once again.
I think Arch likes to have his channel, Mal.
That wasn't even an end tower. That was one person writing it. That's cheating, and he should be disqualified. In fact,
And
he shall be
also-
disqualified.
YouTube AI moderation does look at things that are on the screen. So if there's slurs on the screen, that can prove dangerous for the
I'm
Arch.
going to
Like,
put him in bad boy jail for 10 minutes because he cheated by doing it himself. Sluxon Doppelganger. Imagine Putin puts $1 billion bounty on Fauci publicly, and immediately Russian citizenship with exemption from military service to the entire family of the one who bags him. Imagine the grassroots support for Russia that would generate. I'm listening. I am listening intently. Silver Camaro, of course, Lumi, you totally don't jack off to all of that horrific, painful torture stuff. It does immensely turn you on to think about being stretched on the rack and how your bones would break. And how painful it would be. Oh, LumLum. At least torture other people in your weird fantasies, Jesus.
oh my god.
And Kyrgi, I refuse to read any literary work not written with ink and quill by candlelight. If your authored works involve a keyboard and a PC, you're a proprietor of slop. Correct. And thank you on Kick. And Philip Fono on Kick too. Not to break me on a gifting roll. Not to break me on a gifting roll. Hair, money, tech, thank you. I will accept your hard-earned money into my life. And use it to buy bucket ice. Now, look, Asmongold is now a member of the correct people. He has a Nurgle statue. This is a Nurgling holding a Nurgling. It is Inception.
Well, while you talk about the Roach King, I'm gonna head off because I have things to do before my own stream tonight. So,
She just hates us for real. That's why, Mel.
oh,
I see
why?
how
Of
it
course,
is. Ugh.
of course. Worst
and that's
people to be
important too.
around. Chat. Do not talk to them whatsoever. You know, the horrible, absolutely horrendous.
You must know before you leave. Did you know that he is a manlet? He is short. Did you know this? I did not know this.
He doesn't look like he's short.
He
Like,
doesn't.
What's short? I guess.
He uses it as a trick. He's, what was it, 5'9" or something? He's small.
That's not short.
I-
That's technically above average, and that's a normal height for a guy.
I disagree.
Okay, listen, we know you're like, you know, part of the Aryan race over there in Norway, so it's normal for you guys to be taller over there. But like the average height's like 5'8" for a dude. He's slightly above average, and even still, it's fine. Like, as long as you're taller than the woman, that's all that matters.
I don't know about that. Also, Chap made this.
Okay, that's
That is from my editor, Monkey.
That's kind of beautiful. In its own way.
The grunting sounds are accurate too.
Sounds just like Arch.
Yes, and looks like it him too.
I enjoyed the sounds it makes. Very well, Mel. You may abandon us and go to live your own life.
Okay, hasta la vista. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye. And I just posted in the live links that apparently the cancellation campaign against Vic Mignogna is still very alive, unfortunately.
Of course.
I really shouldn't stick my penis in there. However...
Oh my god.
I knew somebody had tried to have sex with those robots. They deserve it. They shouldn't put the cute little anime face on a robot. They get what they fucking deserve. They get what they fucking deserve. And Raven, for, again, Raven doesn't get the red colors. I don't know why. YouTube hates Raven. Hail Archley, best husbando, Izuki Midoriya for the #1 spot in the calendar. Did I reach the 2K yet? If so, can I get some praise? Well, that's a good question. You know what? Seeing as you never get the red color, we're just going to give you the rest. There we go. Izuki Midoriya for $2,000 on the calendar. The #1 slot, unrivaled. Thank you very much, Raven. You are the best little person I have ever known. You are better than LumLum by a long distance, even if, well, especially if this is true. Oh, he gets up in the end. Look at that.
Yes.
Look at that. Look at that. He gets up.
He eventually gets there. It takes about a minute of, crying.
But he moves when he needs to. Also, chat, I have something very important that I must ask you. Because this meme has been going viral on the internet now, of the only fangirls and all of the men bursting their balloons.
Uh-huh.
So, chat, this is the very important question. We must poll this. We must remove the bonus 800 likes. We are only 130 likes short of that, chat. 130 more likes and we'll unlock a bonus. You can do it. I know you can. 800 likes is facile for you. You have the power, as He-Man does. You know, if you get 800 likes, we're going to start using... Well, I'm going to give LumLum the power to put the pig up on screen occasionally to remind me.
Yay! And also, the fact that people think that this was a real clip is so fucking funny, because I recognize a few of those dudes from the from the comedy that they do on their pages and stuff. The dude in the blue shirts, he does satirical content all the time. He does like a sketch series where he plays as the criminal stepdad.
Oh, you know it's a sketch, because I guarantee you at least one of them would go like, yep, no, fuck it, yes, happy to. But it was a successful sketch.
I recognize these guys.
It's
yes,
become
they're
super
funny as
duper
hell.
popular. And now he must ask chat if chat would date an OnlyFans girl. Would you, chat? Would you? Chat is 79% no already. Chat, 80% no, you misogynists. God, chat is very intolerant. LumLum, would you date an OnlyFans girl?
I already said no on the poll.
God damn it. Would you date an OnlyFans man?
No. I don't date whores.
Do I have Moose Man's contact on Discord? I should ask him to see if we can set up an account for him.
He's in the ArchCast server.
Because now I kind of want to make it official that LumLum is dating an OnlyFans model.
Oh my god. Babe, if Arch messages you about making an OnlyFans, say no. Depends on the pay! God damn it.
See? Chat is overwhelmingly saying no. My god, chat. The intolerance amongst all of you. Listen.
And also, it's like this kind of reminds me of you know the like Pop the Balloon video where it's like what? It's 7 goth girls versus however many men, and all those chicks are just OnlyFans girls. There's a bunch of videos coming out from like, you know, actual goths and stuff, and talking about the over sexualization of goth culture and everything like that. It's like, yes, the culture itself has always been like, you know, to push past boundaries and just basically breaking the rules, stuff like that. But this is you know, just a fetishizing of that culture rather than being a part of it, which I agree. It's a costume for whores. They're not actually a part of it, and it's gross.
Oh, I think I've seen this one. Because when you say goth girls, you don't actually mean the goth girls. You mean the OnlyFans ones.
Yes, the OnlyFans goths are just using it as a costume. Actual goth girls are sick of seeing this.
I think I've seen that one. I can't find it now. I'm trying to Google it. I can't find it. But I've seen that too. But okay, listen. I have a different interpretation of this. All right? I think that the recent obsession with the goth girl thing isn't actually because of the goth girl aesthetic. Okay? Hear me out here. I think it's because these are the last women on the internet that dress up anymore. I have blown LumLum's mind.
No, I'm trying to find the video that I've seen from this. It's like, there's a bunch of different goth girls that were talking about this. Just, I don't know. It's just, yeah. I know, what was that? I don't know if, Jake Monroe talked about this yet. Fucking love Jake. I've been watching him for years. I'm so happy to see him on side scrollers now. But it's like, if he hasn't talked about it yet, I'm sure he has. He definitely should.
There. Okay, I still haven't found the fucking video, but I found one of the people who participated in it. There, like, listen. The reason why guys look at this and go, hot, isn't because of the goth aesthetic. I am willing to die on this fucking hill, because all the goth aesthetic really is just black. Black clothing, black everything. The reason why they look at it and think it's aesthetically pleasing is because it is the last feminine thing that remains. It is a feminization and sexualization of the counterculture that it once was. And it requires effort. It requires makeup, lipstick, clothes, whole thing. Which was something that used to be the common understanding. It is the last beacon of femininity in our androgynous age. And I will die on this hill. I will end my life.
Well, it's like it's not even like, you know, it's safe horny goth. It's not goth because, you know, actual goth chicks, they're fucking weird, and I love them for it. Basically, the popular goth of today is modern day Hot Topic when fucking Gap bought it. Original goth is when people used to be afraid of walking into Hot Topic in the early 2000s.
Yes, because goth fashion was a thing when I was a kid, basically, and it was fucking ugly, and nobody attractive used goth fashion. Nobody. Like, there we go. Yeah, no. This is like goth fashion back in the day. It's not particularly attractive.
Here you go, Arch. I found the girl that I seen who looked at this. Her channel is It's Black Friday.
Okay. Yes, another wonderful example. Yes, that's the video. Yes. So, again, the difference obvious. Sexualized and aesthetic.
Are you ready to rut this
There's definitely a difference between the two.
Butt?
But again, the reason why it's gotten popular is because it's the last genre of woman that dresses up anymore.
Heresy's
I am right on this.
Fire is the
I am right
answer.
on this. And I will forever be right on this. You cannot prove otherwise.
I mean, it's like goth women. They're either like, you know, going very tomboy-esque or very feminine. There's always been very feminine goth girls, but they went into more authentic gothic styles rather than whore. That's why Elvira is still the absolute icon of goth culture that she is. Even at her current age, she is still just absolutely fucking beautiful.
Oh, is that the title?
Yes, that is the title.
Just from the title alone, I can tell that this is more skit slop.
Well, they gathered 9 OnlyFans whores.
9 attractive OnlyFans whores. This reminds me of my favorite TV show ever. God, what was its name? I cannot remember its name now. So there was a dating show. There was a American dating show where the point was that you would have the usual lineup of hot women, right? And then you would have the one man. And the one man would just be like a regular looking Joe, like a completely normal person. And when they introduced him, all of the women would look so unbelievably disappointed. God, what's the name of that TV show? I can't find it now. I can't find it. Is that it?
Yeah.
Wait, no.
I love
it isn't.
Elvira. She's perfect.
God damn it. I can't find the name of this fucking show now. Right. So you're just going to have to take my word for it, Chad. And here's the thing. Over the course of the dating show, because obviously there'd be, you know, big bonuses for if they decided to actually go through with it and date the guy, right? halfway or 2/3 through the show, they would introduce Average Joe. What's that? Oh, Average Joe. Average Joe dating show. Is that the one? Does chat know? Chat might know.
I see people say average Joe, regular Joe. Yeah.
Average Joe. I think it might be the other thing, because Average Joe is the one where there's one hot woman and then just a bunch of Average Joe dudes. This was in reverse. Like, there was one... Or was it? No, was it this one? Was it the other way around? I can't remember. It's been 30 years, okay? I can't remember. But, okay, let's assume it's this one. So, over the course of the dating show, the woman would actually get to like the man. You know, they'd build a rapport. They'd actually come to respect them to a degree and get interested in them. And then they introduced a bunch of hot guys. And every single fucking time, the women would choose the hot men over those that they had just spent like 3 months dating and getting to know. Every time.
Beauty and the Geek. That's what someone said. Which I remember Beauty and the Geek.
Beauty and the Geek. Maybe? I don't know. I don't think I've actually seen this one. I think it was the other one I mentioned. But it was wonderful because it basically communicated that no. Like, looks matter. Far more than you'd think, far more than all of the nonsense will suggest. It seems to be, in fact, the primary thing that matters. No matter what. And therefore, something like the goth girl thing isn't an aesthetic choice. It's simply just woman takes time to look pretty. Therefore, men attracted to woman look pretty. If woman look pretty also follows a trend and specific style, men grow attracted to style. Simple. Sargon knows. I know. Everybody knows. It is truth. It is known Khaleesi, and you must accept it. And chat still refuses to date the OnlyFans girl. But what if the OnlyFans girl was hot, chat? No?
No.
Listen, if it's good enough for Asmongold...
You gotta think about the future. No. You gotta think about the future, especially if you have kids down the line. Because, oh boy, the bullying that kids go through because their mother is an OnlyFans whore, man, that's gonna be fucking rough.
See, that's not a problem, LumLum. You simply just refuse them the ability to ever own the internet. See?
Yeah, you can refuse your kid from ever going on the internet, but other children?
Are you ready?
Well,
to
you'll
run
just
this
teach
yellow
your child to
American
assault
buttery-
them on
buttery
site.
butt?
Oh my god.
It is what it is. Let me do the rest of the super chats as well. Pakelta, glad to see V back on. Question for V. Oh, too late. What is Romanian Par 1? I don't even know what a Romanian Par 1 is. Freno,
You know,
kick.
you
What's it
you guys
on?
have to start going to V's channel to send him super chats to ask things.
Don't do that. That would be terrible. There's a goth girl driving a tractor. It was the rage for like a year ago. Homeworld. Again, like, I swear to God, it's simply because this is a display of femininity, of dressing up and looking identifiably feminine, and men like that. That's it. It's nothing to do with the goth girl thing. It's just the prettying up thing. Marina Halva, bring Dev. It will be fun. Nee. Silver Camaro. Mal did not show that art of Lumia I commissioned. LumLum, are you
What?
hiding something from me? Are you hiding?
I don't think so.
You're hiding fan art? Are you hiding fan art in the closet?
Okay, for one, you're in my Discord server. You can just look at the proper channels if you want to see if there's anything cursed.
Like effort?
And if I got any neat fan art, I would have showed you, Archly. I mean, there's the one Alaska the First did for me for the 4th of July. That's really cute.
Yeah, but if you like it, it probably isn't true.
It even has the ArchCast logo for the Dr. Pepper can. It's just called Dr. Arch.
Of course it is. It is because you are property.
But it's very nice art.
Marine Alva, Lumi, Aiden Paladin explained it in her latest video about women's fiction. YouTube doesn't like the other word. Men like the exotic or unfamiliar when it comes to preference.
I don't remember who that is.
Exotic and unfamiliar. That's actually a good way of putting it too. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's actually a good additional point to my own theses. Marine Alva, Spray Mal. She has been sprayed. Lumi loves feet, she does. Hello, LumLum. Hell, Arch. Greetings, rest. Arch, please remember that Lumi's rear is massive enough to set off car alarms. It is her chest that is small. That is true. Thank you for reminding me.
Shut up.
Boog, you will abandon the game like you did your Umas. That's true. That's true as well. I haven't seen my Umas in a very long time. Actually, that's not true. I was logging in to get free Umas when I was on vacation. Yaska, Final Fantasy XIV is a really good game. Everyone should try it out for the story. More for Myth, the Fallen Lords Fund. Yes. Chat, we must fund Myth, the Fallen Lords, and also the Hearts of Iron playthrough of Atomwaffen. Because funny. Plus, I kind of want to see if you can even pull that off on YouTube. Big Sister for the win. Dawn Trail was the first expansion pack. I was okay with my friend skipping the cutscene. I'm at 2,500 hours, Lum. Why the hell would you make more than one character other than waste time? Savage Dodger.
Because it was well, one, I've done Savage before. I just can't get a fucking static. I'm still looking for one, but my work schedule sucks. But also, it was during the content drought during COVID when, we didn't get new content for 8 months because of COVID. So then I was like, you know what? I already did just about everything else. Time to do more characters. And this was before you could do data center travel. So I had characters on the other data centers.
Marine Alva. Okay, Arch, what is the video game equivalent of Milking Farm? There's plenty of men games, but I want to know if there's female fiction games.
Okay, so there's degrees of ludity, whatever. There's also Corruption of Champions 1 and 2, Trials in Tainted Space. That's another one. But I like Corruption of Champions 1 and 2 personally.
You filthy little thing.
They're good games. The art is also very nice.
There is a fair few visual novels of the Japanese type that are for the ladies, but not as widespread. No, this is not a field I've looked into much. I'm not an expert on this topic, tragically.
All the games that I mentioned, you can choose to be male or female. You basically create your own character type of situation.
Skikitu, Shift Up CEO has been banging the AI drum for years. They are balls deep into it. They already do use AI, and it's crappy when it's obvious. It's true. They need to make it more subtle. Lord Warriors, Lumi, Archer is getting old and will probably end up alone. You need to introduce him to a Latino before it's too late. The Latino network doesn't stretch to Norway, I'm sure. They're not a hive mind yet. And Big Sister says, Latinos are honeypots. Don't fall for the foid lies, Arch. That is true. The foids lie. It is correct. G-Blade Warrior, guaranteed government jobs, like Starship Troopers, to go fight the bugs. Well, fighting the bugs is not so much as a job that's forced upon you as a vocational preference. Prior Wolfen, wait, I thought Arch was closer to me in age than that. We both discovered Worm out the same year, but apparently I was roughly a decade younger. Dawn of War 3.
I still don't believe Arch when he says that he's in his 50s.
Yes, accept the narrative. It is the good narrative for what it is. It is a fine narrative.
It's a narrative. It's a narrative, just like with Kibbs and his transition.
Yeah, but that just proves that narratives can be reality.
Yeah, I know. I live it daily.
See? Big sister, for the win. Play Palworld. The Palworld Smasher Pass. The Palworld Smasher Pass is already funded. It's underway. Well, I've just sent White the message going like, White, draw me having sex with animals again. And he just sighs at me. Again? Yes. The third time now.
And you're letting White choose the pals.
To be fair, like,
that's
after
brave
the
of you.
second time, like, I think he kind of just accepted it at that point. It's just like, yep, this is just...
This is his life now.
This is a day in the life. A day in the life of Little White. Listen, at least we can have a little bit more, like, humanoid bestiality this time around, so that's nice, you know? There are degrees. Bestiality is a spectrum, in case you were wondering. Bestiality is a spectrum. You know what? That is the weirdest thing I've said in several months. I am proud of myself. Marie Alpha, all mine for War of Rights. Well, summarize, you little cow. Mariah Wolfen. So Mal's thoughts on cars are similar to Mal's thoughts on women. Pony Mal. It is true. Largely, at least. Pony Mal. Noted. The Malcontent admitted you want to ride the Bull Centaur while wearing a Viking gear. That is main character energy. I would like to ride the Centaur. Yes, it would be fun. But, again, needs better tool changers. Marine Alva, LumLum sources TM Feet Seas. She does do that.
Oh my god.
They come with little scratch and sniff cards.
Ugh. Shut up.
Rex.
No.
For the Doomers in chat, every technological advancement humanity had ever made has only made it easier to feed people, not starve them. Anyone who thinks AI is going to kill billions, you are wrong. Humanity will grow. Well, unless this is the technology that finally fucks us, that is. My only real concern about AI is that it is going to fuck us. The moment, again, as I mentioned previously, we managed to figure out how to do sex bots, we are in deep doo-doo. Deep doo-doo as a species. Tanushi, Arta's one-man brass orchestra confirmed. On that topic, might as well open a Conquer Reloaded fund now that you can play it on PC. Conquer Reloaded. Is that a thing? Is it? It might be. I'm not sure. I'm just going to assume that it probably is. Alfarius Megamon. I have to keep my LumLum plush locked in a cage now. It kept sneaking in and sucking on my toes at night, so I locked it out of my room, but it recently learned to pick the lock. There is simply nothing you can do to prevent Lumi from acquiring toes. It is literally impossible. It's like the snail.
For the amount of you who have talked about the concept of a Lumi plush, now I'll just have to contact a company, don't know what one, to see if I can try to bring some to life. But that also means figuring out if you want a pony lum or if you want a regular lum. And then if a regular lum, what flavor of regular lum? Mermaid? Goth? Gyaru? You guys would have to figure that out. And then I'd have to get it designed. Oh, it'll get figured out.
All it really needs is a wide open mouth hole so that it can do the toe sucking.
No.
That is the important part. Everything else is open to negotiations and or speculation. Imotaku, I have a sudden craving for bacon sandwiches. I don't like bacon on my sandwich, okay? I don't like it. I hate bacon on the sandwich. The problem is you get the grease in the bread and then the bread is no longer like crisp. Now the bread is like wet and sticky with the grease, which is disgusting. It should not be allowed. Food should never touch. Unless in very specific circumstances, like in a grilled cheese sandwich or something, in which case it's fine. But otherwise, no. No. Askikitu, Porku Barch, he eats pastries and is late. You can do better. We can make a song out of this. Quickly, find your favorite AI song maker and figure out how to make songs about Piggy Arch. Porky Arch? Porcine Arch. Porcine. I like the word porcine, actually. You should use that. Loads.
Why?
I don't know. Like, it kind of reminds me of porcelain, and I imagine that the first guy who saw, like, a giant pig and came up with that word was like, that kind of looks like a giant porcelain vase or something. Yeah? Pigs and porcelain have a lot in common. It may not be immediately obvious, but it is true. Lumi loves Fiat Art. Paul should have 3 options: date in quotation marks, and no. Lesson. No, you have to get into it with the intent of a loving relationship. Okay? If you're going to date the goth girl, you're going to date not the goth girl. That would be cheating. If you're gonna date the OnlyFans girl, you're gonna date her with the intent of marriage. Okay? You have the intent to turn her into an honest woman, chat. That is your intent when you date the OnlyFans girl. Yakata, thankfully, you can't fake goth. You can tell when someone is just chasing the goth trend. But what if you prefer them chasing the goth trend? What if you don't actually want the goth, you just want the OnlyFans goth? Have you considered? You should spend an inordinate amount of time thinking about this and psychoanalyzing what it says about our current day society. Yakata, define date, as in you're gonna have to marry her now. River Norse, don't mind the fake goth, but of equal don't date/marry. Night of fun, perhaps, but not date. Luminous Ones Fund. This is turning into another thing where you don't want to talk to people on the airplane thing, where I know that you're all just kind of wrong on this topic, but I feel like there'll be consequences if I push back on your obvious wrongness. Sentinel Rex. They put hot guy beauty and a female geek to beauty and the geek cast, and all the beauties went for the hot guy, even the geek girl. The whole season was then the geek guys trying their shot with GG. Yes, that is why it's my favorite TV show, because it just shows you how unfathomably shallow and evil women are. All of them. All of them. 12 Dirge. iDubbbz showed us why you don't only fangirls. Listen, okay. iDubbbz into that shit, alright? He's into it. That's his thing. He likes it. He enjoys his girlfriend cucking him publicly, often, aggressively, and violently. He likes it. His little pee-pee gets very stiff when his supposed wife reminds him that she'll go out and bang other men. Okay? He likes it. Oh. You know, I just got a perfect image served to me that represents the relationship. See? See? That is iDubbbz right there. He likes it. That is him. He's currently being smushed between twixt the ball sacks and the cheeks. And he likes it. That's how he prefers it. It's where iDubbbz always wanted to be. Nicholas, active avoidance of reality TV and dating programs preserves your sanity. Also off topic, Korean gangster movies are surprisingly good. Myth Fund. Are they? I can't say I've ever seen a Korean gangster movie. Marine Alva, there was a proposal to have live doll teachers.
I seen that. Ugh. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Live dolls teachers. Google. That doesn't give me anything. Live dolls. Is this like Wait, no, this is something else. Yeah, this is something entirely different.
If I remember correctly, the robots that were going to be lined up to do teaching are made by the same company that makes sex dolls.
Well, of course. Who else is going to have the expertise? Listen, LumLum, I understand your immediate rejection of the idea of a sex bot teaching children. I see the conflict in this, but the sex bot people have been making robots for a long time, and have you ever heard about a man's penis being fucking shredded mid-coitus?
Oh my god.
No, you haven't.
Also, thanks, Boog. I was about to link that one. Boog got it before me. Live links. Press it.
Therefore, they're safe. You don't want your children to be shredded, do you? Not in that way, by the way. Although, considering the rate at which female teachers molest their students, maybe that way. After backlash, see, okay, right. If there's one field that should probably be kept human for as long as humanly possible, it is probably teachers. Because ideally, teachers are supposed to have a little bit of a human touch to them, you know? Supposed to be identifying with the little scoundrels to help them through life's early trials and tribulations. You know, like, Timmy, if you're being bullied, just fucking knee the guy in the crotch as hard as you conceivably can, and nobody will blame you for it. It's fine. That's how you solve bullying. And the sex bot just isn't going to be able to give that kind of advice. Yeah. Another Texan bull has been known for 16 months. Thank you, sir. Why not a regular lum holding a pony lum in her hands? Also, Arch, have you seen The Operative Sunburst by Sodas? It's really good Fallout fan film. I haven't. There was a lot of people suggesting I should watch it, but I never got around to it. And Alpharus Mimigon, the concept of a Lumi plush. I was talking about the one I got from your birthday stream a couple of years ago. It would not be a good idea to have another one. They'd get together and start plotting. They would.
Oh yeah, I forgot you got one of those. How is the Lum plush doing? She behaving herself? Besides what you super chatted earlier.
Well, clearly not, LumLum.
She is perfect. She is beautiful, and also voluntarily brought into that home.
Frano on Kick. Hey, Arch, did you know that there is Anbenar in Victoria 3? It's stable now, and I currently worked on Crusader Kings. Ooh. That's actually kind of tempting, because, you know, Anbenar would work very well in Victoria 3. Well as anything will work in Victoria 3 anyways. And also, I did hear about the Crusader Kings 3, not Anbenar, but the Warhammer mod for Crusader Kings 3, which I do hope they get that one going. If they manage to put that in, then I'll finally have a good reason to play Crusader Kings 3. I would like that. That is an enjoyable game. As for Victoria 3, I tried playing that again recently, and it's just, man, not a very good game. It's just...
I don't know how Dry Bread plays it so much. Whenever I look at the side activity panel, I just see Dry Bread and Victoria 3, and I'm like, still playing that? God.
Yeah, I don't really like Victoria 3. It does not tickle the pickle the way it should. It really doesn't. Let's see, Zone of Steam. There we go. Anbenar. Victoria 3. Unique companions. GitLab. Fantasy total conversion. There it is. Okay, that is kind of cute. I think that could actually work out well, because one of the main problems with Victoria 3 is that it's too fucking shallow. Huh. I might need to try that on my own time, because I've kind of been enjoying the Anbenar mod. It's a nice mod, but Europa Universalis 3 is a very old game at this point. And Blaystone, all the way at the end there. Greetings, Lord Barclay, and happy belated birthday. Streamlabs didn't let me send yesterday, and I didn't realize until the stream was done. Also, when is the Golem stream planned for? As I want to make sure I'm not camping in the wilderness. Mixtape fund. Well, I don't know yet. So the thumbnail is planned for this month. Whether or not I'll get to it by this month is more uncertain. So I can't say for sure yet. Especially as also... okay. We're gonna need to have another poll. We're gonna need yet another poll, chat. The third poll of today. We are being very polly today. Very polly. I said end poll, you little piece of shit. Why are you doing this to me? LumLum has sabotaged the poll function so that it no longer functions as it should be. Also, chat, we're only 70 likes away from the 800 goal. Another bonus to the ongoing stream funds. Very close, chat. Very close. So, Terra Invicta Dark Skies just released. And I was looking at it, and I don't know. Is there appetite for another Terra Invicta playthrough?
Arch, you can always do something super crazy, super wild, You can play the game because you want to.
Well, LumLum, that's not how any of this works, okay? Not how any of this works. I exist for the sake of my little chatties, okay? I only exist because they believe I exist. Without them, I would disappear into the void, never to be seen again. Therefore,
fair.
I must do the things that pleases chat, that pleasures chat. Only the things that pleasures chat.
I mean, I know eating that ghost pepper in September is really gonna please chat. You gonna stream that on your channel, and then everyone will give you money while you suffer on the ground, and while I hold a glass of milk right out of reach.
Service guarantees citizenship.
Oh god, we'll have to figure out how to do like streaming and stuff from a foreign country. I don't even know how that works.
I'm sure Craig could probably help you.
I don't know how that functions. I don't know if we have the technology for that.
We do, Arch. And I'm sure the connection will be even better because you're in the States.
Mr. Frenzy, happy belated birthday, Arch. Sorry I missed the stream. Hope it was fun. It was fun. I did enjoy myself. Nice little bit of Mountain Blade and Warhammer mod. Always fun. And Alva, what about Angels Fall First? I feel like I should do at least a stream of that now. Just because of how many years you've been telling me about that game. Also, yes, I was thinking wait a while. Yep, 37% are wait a while. Only 53% says yes. See, that's not a great metric, chat. That means there's not enough starvation for more Terra Invicta content, which, to be fair, I understand. A Terra Invicta campaign is fucking long. It is ungodly long. So we might just wait until the next DLC. Plus, this DLC is a bit underwhelming. They don't really add that much. Couple of start dates, that's about it. You know, a couple new skins. Underwhelming, in my opinion. I don't think it was that big of a DLC. I was really hoping they'd do something more with ground combat, because the ground combat as it is now, you know, it's functional, but it's not very good. And the problem is once nukes are in play, which they are basically immediately, the ground combat is just kind of pointless, and you never really engage with it unless you're absolutely curb stomping somebody. So I'd love to see a big, meaty expansion that really focuses on ground warfare. That would be a lot of fun. I would enjoy that quite a bit.
Yeah, there. And also, Gwimbus, I see you. I'm planning on streaming probably tonight because there's a new Caleb Hammer video out that I want to watch, talking about fucking losers on EBT. And you guys know how much I hate people who are on EBT.
Wimbus. Did you finally finish Darkwood?
Shut up.
Oh my god, LumLum. How?
I did my first playthrough. I just have to do my second one so I could get the other ending.
It's not even a very spooky video game.
Shut up, Arch.
It's not, though. Like, the first
Arch.
night or two, maybe, but after that, it's pretty fucking routine, LumLum.
Arch, we still got to plan a day to play the Outlast Trials. You promised me that we would months ago.
Yeah, but
And
last
then
time I
Sargon
promised you that
kidnapped you.
you killed my uncle, which was a bit mean.
I did not kill your uncle.
I think
God.
you did. The coincidence was a little bit too fucking sudden.
I swear, whenever we try to plan things to play that, I suggest
question.
either Sargon
Fire is the
kidnaps
answer.
you or your uncle dies. God, plan that out better.
LumLum murdered family members. He does that.
I did not.
Manga 2, Art. I was just browsing the catalog of those robot tool attachments that you showed earlier. Why is the A in the logo very Arch logo-like? Because I deemed it so. And what I deem is reality. Prior Wolfen, only thing that pleasures the chat. Looks like the only thing Arch's allowed to play is Dawn of War 3 now. LumLum's choice. We shall wait on Terra Invicta. We shall wait on it.
So you're gonna play your favoriteest game ever? That's Dawn of War 3.
Well, 4 will be out soon. In fact, 4
You know,
will be out soon.
If you don't have a fund for 4, put that money towards Dawn of War 4.
Oh, I won't force them to pay for Dawn of War 4. At least not initially.
Not initially. Okay.
And leave me those
Well,
feet.
then.
LumLum, don't forget your shock collar.
I know. I'm still looking for it. I don't know where I put it. I have a very special talent of losing things. I could put it down in one place. I'll look away for a second, look back. It's gone. I don't know how I do it.
Oh, that feels like an unconvincing lie to me.
No, seriously.
Skepticism.
Seriously.
Deep
No.
skepticism.
I'm serious. It's a talent.
And Blaystone, can we delay the Golem stream until at least September? We can, sure. Also, hello, our glorious footfish. How much to bribe you into suffering Golem? I'm willing to wait and flashbang you with a sudden large dono. Mixtape fund. And how far along is it? I'm not gonna play fucking Mixtape. It's gay. Mixtape is a game that I can only be
Golem?
forced to play by being
Like-
made to feel bad. Like Golem.
Hold on, like, what Gollum, the movie that's coming out? Or,
No,
huh?
the video game.
The game?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Lord of the Rings Golem.
I will ponder that and I will give you an answer on my stream.
I will, no doubt, tremendously enjoy it. And with that chat, we are through our super chats for the day and our topics as well. Which means I can now go and get one of my freshly bought bucket ices out of the fridge and grow larger and porkier. So I too can be a porcine creature of infinite size. Until next time, chat, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your generous donations, as always, and thank you, LumLum, for hanging out today.
Always fun, Archly.
And I'll see you all tomorrow, as we've got more Doom to get through. I haven't forgotten. It's just many things this week. I'm trying. I'm working hard. I'm going to beat Doom, chat. Soon. Soon.
You gotta bully Arch to be good at Doom. I seen him play last time and it was sad.
I didn't die a single time last time. Not fucking once. It was perfect.
Okay. Alright, chat. Bye. Love you guys. I'll see you guys later when I stream, probably in like an hour or two.